it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? It's me, it's Key. We're back. We're in the building with another episode of the 7200 Seconds. I got my guy, Coach Donte, to the right of me. To this way. What's going on, Coach?
What's good? How you doing, Miss Key in the building? I'm ready to talk some ball today and stuff like that, man. So let's definitely do it, man.
As always, we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty things, but we got to see who's in the chat. Benny, what's going on? Appreciate you. If y'all need some Philly merchandise, shirts, hit up Benny Boom 68 on Twitter. He got you covered. Does some good stuff over there. We got Burn. What's going on? Burn and Detroit Fan TV. Troy, what is going on, y'all? What is going on? But Coach, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of things. Last night's game 4s, I believe it was. Game 4s. We had the Miami Heat and the Knicks, and the Miami Heat gets it done. They beat the Knicks, and they take a 3-1 lead, I believe.
Yep.
3-1 lead, 109 to 101. It just looks like the Knicks couldn't get together. Looks like the Knicks just gave up on things. Playoff Jimmy's still here, and he's not going nowhere. Talk about this game, Donte. What happened to the Knicks?
So, hey, man, like I say, man, I don't want everybody to get fooled by the talent on the Knicks team. The Knicks is talented-wise, better than Miami. But you know what Miami is good at? They're good at outworking opponents, and that's what they did last night. They outworked the New York Knicks last night. They got 13 offensive rebounds. They out-rebounded the New York Knicks by 9 rebounds, 44 to 35. They killed them on the boards. And every time a shot goes up, Miami was right there to get the rebound. No matter if it was Bam, no matter if it's Kyle Lowry, no matter who it was, Miami was always right there to get the offense and defensive board. So Miami just outworked the New York Knicks. That's all it was. Jimmy Butler was really, really good last night. Bam Adebayo had a double-double, 23 and 13 last night. Matt Screws hit a couple of threes down the stretch. You just got to give the Miami Heat credit. They're better culture-wise. They're better coaching. They're better management. Julius Randle hurts the New York Knicks a lot with his shooting, when I'm shooting too many threes, attempting too many threes. And to me, like I said, man, Miami is the better overall team. Not for its roster, talent-wise, but team-wise, I think they're better. Miami is better.
And again, I might have to remember when me and Mo, when you was on the morning show, and we both picked the Knicks to win this series. I don't know, I might have changed my pick now. I had the Knicks winning this series, but the way Miami's been coming out, lights out. Jimmy Butler was didn't play that first game, second game, and it showed. Had to go to role players to step up. But Jimmy gets in the game. It's just a different set of tone that he sets, the presence. He can get others involved. But just last night, Kevin Love, again, he's not the same Kevin Love that used to put up numbers, score 8 points, but he did give you 5 rebounds. You had Jimmy give you 27, almost had a triple-double, 27 and 10, 10 assists and 6 rebounds. You had Bam contribute with 23 points, 13 rebounds. That's what you need from Bam Adebayo on a consistent basis. And then again, Gabe Vincent only give you 3 points. And then Max Strus give you 16. Curtis Martin give you 10. No Kyle Lowry in this game. He had 16. He had 15. That's what I was saying. Kyle Lowry, you don't know which Kyle Lowry is going to show up. You might get the 3-point Kyle Lowry. You might get the 15 points. You might get the 37 Kyle Lowry. You don't know which Kyle Lowry is going to show up. But this Miami Heat team when you get to the playoffs, it's something different. It's a switch that gets turned on. I don't know what it is, but Miami's always tough in the playoffs.
That's why I actually rave on them a lot. You know, when I rave about Miami and Boston, and people would think I am one of those fans, but everybody know what type of fan I am. I'm a diehard Houston all around. But teams like that, they got a culture that set a standard in their organization. You don't have Miami doesn't have the player name. They don't have a player name. I mean, Kyle Lowry is doing awesome in the playoffs. I mean, we already know he's not a max guy anymore. He hasn't lived up to the contract. But what he does, he gives you an NBA champion. He has heart. He plays all over the defense. He gets all the 50-50 balls. That's what he's doing in these playoffs. He's been very well in the playoffs. He's shooting really good, and he's helping out that second unit. But people like Caleb Martin, Highsmith, Cody Zeller, it seems like he's been out of the league in a while. He just came back from the broken nose. Kevin Love, old man Kevin Love, by like 80 years old out there on the court right now. But he still can shoot. He still gets rebounds. These are savvy veterans and young guys that goes out there, and they are pit bulls. They're running wild on the court. They're hustling. They're fighting for every loose ball. And those are the teams that you hate. Teams never give up, that scrap. And right now, New York don't know how to handle it right now. But other than that, New York is a talented team. They do have more talented. And Miami roster is not that bad. They're the worst roster in the playoff tournament right now, but they don't got a lot of names, but they play hard. They well coached. They're a well-run organization, and hard work beats talent any type of day. And that's what Miami doing. They're beating the talent because they're working harder and they're getting second chance opportunities. They're out there fighting.
Definitely agree with that. Again, New York got the better team, in my opinion. Got Jalen Brunson. You got RJ Barrett coming into his own. Randall, we gonna talk about Randall. I just feel like Randall gonna show up in big key moments. You still got Emmanuel Quigley, who's still a good young player. Obi Toppin's coming to his own. The talent's there. It's just Jimmy and Miami Heat. You can't say enough good things about Miami Heat, and especially Eric Spoelstra as well as the coach that he is, plays a big role in games. Moving over but before we move over to the West, do you think, what should the Knicks do with Julius Randle? Should they try to trade him? What do they do with New York? What does New York do with Julius Randle? Can't hear you, Coach. There we go. Yeah. Oh, nope. We went out again.
No.
You good now? Whatever you doing.
I know. I had unplugged it. Let me see.
No.
I'm gonna keep it unplugged in. I'm unplugged.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
I'm gonna unplug it. So, like I say, it depends on what the organization kind of wants to do with them. How they feel about it. Can they win going forward with them? And I don't think they could. But I will say, I think Miami far as up 3-1, Miami showed they got the better overall squad, far as team-wise. New York has the better talented roster, but as of right now, Miami has the better team. They're a better team better team-wise. But you still got two. They got to close it out. It's a lot of pressure on Miami. They got to close it out. But other than that, it just depends on how the Knicks feel about Julius Randle going forward. Can they win with Julius Randle? Will they be able to make it further with Julius Randle? And I think the answer is no. And just like how the Sixers last year feel with Ben Simmons, Doc Rivers said he don't know if he can win. So you basically saying, hey, I don't know if I can win with him. I don't know if we can go far with him. So if you don't know that, then you should trade Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle needs to go anyway. He had an efficient night last night, but the problem is he hurts the team in key moments and key situations.
So who's the pressure on more? Is it Brunson or is it Randle?
Oh, it's on Randle. It's on Julius Randle. Brunson has been in the Western Conference Finals last year, and you seen how the bad Dallas took a big shit. You seen how bad they did, and they missed them. And look what Brunson, he led this New York Knicks team to the second round of the playoffs. So again, more pressure is on Randall, more pressure. And don't forget, we're not gonna forget about what he did in Atlanta against Atlanta. How bad he folded up against Atlanta. I believe that was the year after the bubble in the playoffs, how he folded up against Atlanta. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure on Julius Randle.
Yeah, and then he said that's why the Lakers let him walk. Maybe he needs to go to different scenery. Maybe he needs to go to a team, that can use his skill. Maybe he be that veteran on a young team. But maybe that'll get his confidence back. But like you said, in big moments, he just don't show up. Go on to that Western Conference Game 5, which was actually a good game last night. We've seen Stephen Curry and the Warriors get a big lead, but the Lakers end up getting it done. Triple-double wasn't enough for Golden State to beat the Lakers 104-101. Again, was your final score. Who would have thought Lonnie Walker come off the bench, 15 points in the fourth quarter? Anthony Davis had a good game, 23 and 15. Vanderbilt didn't really play that much. That's why he got benched to only 2 points in 11 minutes. LeBron James, again, didn't have to do much, 27 points. You got D'Angelo Russell off night for him, 4 points. Austin Reeves was hitting it, 21 points. And you got Shorter with 10, and then Lonnie Walker with 15. Again, Steph Curry with the triple-dub, 31, 14, and 10. It wasn't enough. Andrew Wiggins, 17 points. We Draymond don't score like that, but he gets 10 rebounds, 8 points. Jerry Payton was feeling it for a little bit, 15 points. Off night from Klay Thompson. DiVincenzo contributed with 10 points. Looney with 4. And Moses Moody came in and played a little bit, and he was hitting club shots. Donte, what about this game? When Klay's off, Steph got to carry. When they both are hot, Golden State's hard to beat. But what happened in this game that Golden State lost this game? This series should be tied up right now.
Golden State, right now they didn't play bad defense. They gave up 104 points. That's not really bad defense. The problem is on the offensive side of the basketball, they shot poorly. They shot 29% from the 3-point line. The Lakers, they didn't do too much better. But when the Warriors are not making threes, they're ineffective from the field. They were getting a lot of pick and roll stuff, going to the basket easily, making Anthony Davis come out of the paint. And when they shot poorly shots last night down the stretch. Klay Thompson, I was in the stream saying, what? I know he just didn't shoot that 3-point ball. The shot clock was 4 seconds left. He shot a 3-pointer so quick, with a contested 3-pointer so quick. I was like, what the hell is this man doing last night? He shot 2 contested threes in the game. The second one by Curry, that was good defense by AD. He was able to move his feet, stop him from going to the basket. He had to end up hoisting 2 quick threes and stuff like that. But I think the problem is their offense. Andrew Wiggins is playing well. He's just not shooting well. The Lakers are not playing up on him. He's got to make that wide open shot. Again, me and Mo talked about this morning, and he should still take that open shot. You want to store some type of confidence. If you're wide open, I'm not upset about the open shot. He's just not making the shot. He just got to make the shot. Andrew Wiggins is a 36% 3-point shooter. That's pretty solid for him, but he's got to get back in rhythm. He's got to make those shots. They got to make those open shots. They're not hitting those shots. The Lakers offense comes into play. Their rebounding comes into play. And Malik Beasley, not Malik Beasley, but Lonnie Walker basically happened. Steph Curry defended really well. Lonnie Walker was just hot. It was time Steph Curry was right there in his face, and Lonnie Walker was knocking him down. I mean, you can't do nothing about that. All you got to do is just shake the player's hand and just move on. That's just great shooting. Great offense beats great defense. So they played solid defense. They played well enough to win, but the problem is the shot making came into play. They turned the ball over 16 times. They get lackadaisical with the basketball a lot. They get too cute with the basketball a lot. Lakers scored 20 points off their 16 turnovers. So that's one thing the Warriors got to improve on as well. They turn the ball over a lot. They don't get to the free throw line a lot because they're a jump shooting team. So other than that, they got to clean up some things on the offensive side of the ball, and they got to get more production, man. Jordan Poole is checked out of this series. He's checked out of this series Moses Moody's getting more minutes. Gary Payton Jr., they did a great job last night. But Jordan Poole, after getting that contract, just been checked up out of the series. If I was Steve Kerr, I wouldn't probably let him play. I'll probably play him some, but I wouldn't let him play all the way through the fourth quarter because, again, he's not stepping up when need to be. He's really struggling. But I do like the lineup change by Steve Kerr, inserting Gary Payton Jr. in the lineup.
No, you saw what GP3 did last year with the playoff run before he got hurt. GP2, I mean, but Gary Payton and those guys are good. He can knock down threes. You know how I love the Nova guys. I praise about the Nova guys a lot. DiVincenzo's another guy. He play defense. He can hit the open shot. But that key turnover with 15 seconds left, possibly that could have won the game for Golden State. They get the offensive rebound back, and then somehow they tie it up. It's jump ball with Anthony Davis. 15 seconds left. They get the jump ball, and then somehow Steph Curry gets the ball. Steve Kerr even said he was trying to call a timeout, but it happened so fast they couldn't get the possession of it, and it went out of bounds. I'm just like, it was back-to-back turnovers from the Warriors in that position. They could have won the game. Do you think that could have been a turning point right there? There's two back-to-back turnovers.
Yo, you got to give credit to the Lakers though. The actual play last night, Draymond Green had the ball, got the ball. He did the right thing besides turn the ball over, but the actual play, Andrew Wiggins was setting the back screen for Klay Thompson to get open in the corner, and the Lakers just shut it down, and Klay and Draymond Green just end up throwing the ball away. That was just more good defense by the Los Angeles Lakers, because when they showed the replay last night, and I looked at it over and over, Klay Thompson was going to be in the corner. Wiggins was setting the back screen just to get him wide open for the open three in the corner. And Draymond Green was going to give it to Klay, pass it to Klay Thompson for that three, because Wiggins had the screen already set, and the Lakers kind of played it pretty well. So that was the actual play that Draymond Green turned the ball over. So that was just more great defense by the Lakers.
Most definitely. So LeBron James win his 5th ring. What does that mean? Does he go up there in the talks now? Does it, put him, not say he's already on the Mount Rushmore, but, does that put him more in the Jordan talks? But what does this 5th ring mean?
I mean, it will mean a lot to him. I mean, like I say, my mind's still going to be Michael Jordan, but he's definitely number 2 of all time, greatest player of all time. So other than that, he's going to be on the Mount Rushmore, first ballot Hall of Famer. This will mean, like I say again, this will mean everything to LeBron James, and again, to lead the Lakers to a 2nd championship. And the guys, they struggled. They've been the best team since they got Jared Vanderbilt and the rest of those guys. D'Lo has revived his career. His career. Early in his career, he was a little bit immature. Now he's more mature because he's older. He even came out and said it, that he's more mature because he's older. Now he's helping out the team. Sometimes he struggle shooting the ball a little bit, but he is effective. But you just got to give LeBron credit, man, for his playmaking ability. His shooting got really better in the course of his career. That's what made him more tough for the guard. So it will mean a lot to LeBron James and stuff, man. A lot of people got LeBron James the greatest player of all time. And like I say, you won't get an argument out of me if you think he's the greatest player of all time. It can go both ways, but like I say, pretty much sure you have more Jordan people than LeBron James people out there. But like I say, if you say LeBron was the best player of all time, you're not going to get an argument out of me. I understand why you put him there.
Yeah, he been to a lot of finals. AJ Show, appreciate you, say Warriors in 7. Been to a lot of finals, haven't won as many times as he's been, only has 4. I think this definitely would, set the precedent more for him getting his 5th. He'll definitely pass Steph Curry when it comes to rings. He got 4. He'll pass Shaq. Shaq has 4. So I mean, it would mean a lot when it comes to, talking about all time, where do you rank the players at? But are the Warriors in trouble?
Are the Warriors in trouble? They in a little bit of trouble, but I still will say, Like I said, I'm not changing my pick. I still got them in 7 until they're out, until the Warriors finish them out. I mean, the Lakers finish them out. If now the pressure is on the Lakers. The pressure is on the Lakers. They got to finish the series. The Warriors got to stop having so many careless turnovers. They got to protect the basketball. They got to shoot better, especially when they get wide open. They got to shoot the basketball better, man. So other than that, they didn't play bad defense last night. They gave up 104 points. That's only 3 more points than they scored. They only gave up 104 points, so that defense wasn't actually that bad. The offensive side of the ball and them not being able to make open 3-point shots, that kind of kills them a little bit. But I'll say if there's only one team that I know that will come down from 3-1, come back from 3-1 that you can have confidence in is the Golden State Warriors, because, again, their history would definitely tell. So I'm going to say they're in a little bit of trouble. I'm not going to say they're in all the way better trouble.
I mean, I still think the series can go 7. But like you said, it's up to the Lakers to close things out. Yep. We've seen it happen before. The Lakers don't do so well, and the mistakes come back and bite them, and then Golden State can make them pay. But if Golden State want to win this game, like you said, turnovers got to be down to a minimum, and everybody has to be on their game shooting wise. I know Golden State will live and die by the 3, but you seen Steph Curry go into the lane as well, do his little patented floater that seems like can't be blocked. Of course, Draymond Green's not going to give you the buckets, make shots, but he's the playmaker. He's set things up for you. He's giving you the rebounds. I think Kerr should keep Gary Payton in the lineup, have Poole come off the bench, kind of how like last year was. Maybe he can get that confidence off the bench. Gary Payton was playing well. He's used to playing in that starting role anyway. Clay can't have another off shooting night. When everybody's on for the Warriors, they're a hard team to stop. And I think they just need to try to go back to that. If they got the open shot, take it. Don't take the deep threes like they did yesterday. I don't know where Clay Thompson was thinking about taking the deep threes. Steph did it a couple times too. I'm like, I know you good for it, but you damn near in the logo and you missing. Don't pull up that far right now when you up 10. Keep shooting, keep putting those points on. And then, y'all can get back into the series. But if, the game gets slow early and y'all come off slow, I don't know if the Lakers can continue to dominate. It might not be looking good. We're going to see new champs if, the Lakers do put away the Golden State Warriors. Now, the next 2 games that's on tonight definitely is a series. Again, didn't think that Phoenix would be in this predicament. I'm thinking they're going to get a sweep. Didn't think they was going to get a game in. But this series is tied up. Why? Because of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. There's nobody else on that team. Landry Shamet did play well the last game, 17 points. Khan said you down for a round table on Thursday.
Of course, man. Hey, Lord, you let me know ahead of time. I got you. I'm here.
All right. Didn't think we was gonna see this. Jokic, 51 points in the last game, still wasn't enough. How did the Suns manage? No Chris Paul. They don't really have a bench. But how did the Suns manage to tie this series up 2-2 right now?
I mean, the bench. Got to give credit to the bench. I mean, the bench has been playing a lot better. Jock Landale is playing really good. And again, they're 2 superstars. Stepping up 36 points apiece. Oh, man, that's hard to stop. For the Denver Nuggets. And also, Denver Nuggets not playing no defense at all whatsoever. They can't even go out there and stop me and you together. So other than that, they're deep. Denver Nuggets don't play defense. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant has been a handful in the series. Jock Landale's playing really good. You got Landry Shamet out there shooting the lights out as well. TJ Warren, the minutes he is giving you, he is being productive. It's an all-around team effort for the Phoenix Suns. So again, Again, just got to give the credit to Devin Booker and Kevin Durant for how they're leading this team. And the Nuggets defense is atrocious.
Again, I didn't think it was going to be possible, but the Suns tied it up, and I don't think anybody else seen that because we sure enough didn't. Now, do Booker have the Denver Nuggets in a win now situation?
Hell yeah, you at home. You got to get game 5. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. If the Nuggets do not win game 5, the series not coming back to Denver. I said it this morning, and I said it this morning on the morning show. This is a bold prediction. But I still got the series going 7 and Denver winning the series. But if the Nuggets lose this game at home tonight, it will not go back to Denver. The Suns will win the series in 6. Until Denver figure out how to stop one of these guys. They're not going to shut them down, contain them. And some other players like Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, step up for the Denver Nuggets outside of Jokic and Murray. Those two, to somebody else step up. This series will not go back to Denver. If Denver loses this game tonight, this series will not go back to Denver.
Would this be the upset of the century if the Suns win the series with no CP3 and only having Kevin Durant and Booker?
See, this series, like, I know Denver is a 1 seed, but I wouldn't value it as an upset because the Suns have the talent to beat these guys. They have the talent to beat these guys. The only reason they'll be an upset because Denver is a 1 seed. That's it. Denver is a 1 seed. And when you're a 1 seed, you expect to go to at least the finals or the conference finals. And Mike Malone, if he blows this series, Mike Malone seat is getting warm and warm and warm and warm as the days and weeks go by and hours go by. So other than that, I would say Phoenix, this team is capable of beating these guys with just their main 2 stars. And long as Shamet can score double-digit points and everybody can step up on the bench for the Suns and give them a little bit of lift, I think the Suns have the firepower. So I wouldn't say the only reason we will say it was upset because Denver is a 1 seed. That's it. But I think the Suns got the firepower to beat them. Firepower to beat them.
Now, if you're somebody like a Kevin Durant or even a Devin Booker or maybe even Chris Paul, because I'm sure he's there, he just can't play. Are you in Aiden's ear? Be like, yo, we need you to step up and make baskets and give us some points. Are you in his ear?
Yes, because he's the third party. He's the third party as of right now. He's the third party. DeAndre Ayton has the potential to be a 15-point per game scorer and a 10 rebound per game. He's got a ton of potential on the defensive side of the ball. It's just the mental problems is there. Do too much mental things, and I don't think he recovers well when someone getting in his ear. I don't think he's that type of player that got that tough, thick skin like Joel Embiid can handle it. Joel Embiid can handle somebody like PJ Tucker. He needed that prep talk. And you see Joel Embiid was listening. He was shaking his head. He was listening. He took a lot of criticism. He took criticism from Charles Barkley. And you know what he came on the show and said? He said, they right, man. I should be more aggressive. They right. And
what did he do? He scored 42 points the next game.
The next game against Boston. I remember the game. It was against Boston, and they won the game. But he listened to the criticism. He took it, and he didn't complain about it. DeAndre Ayton is the type of person that will complain about it and that will not take exception of it. But that's what leaders do. If leaders don't care, if leaders don't need you, they will not be in your ear the whole time. They will not be in your ear the whole time to try to bring it up out of you. And DeAndre Ayton, to me, he is this third party for the Phoenix Suns to help this team win this series.
Definitely. We need to see at least a game out of Ayton when he's dominant and can make shots. So Shadow Gaming says, you think Ayton leaves Phoenix?
No, the contract. I don't think he leaves Phoenix because of the contract. I think he wanted to leave Phoenix. Unfortunately, it was a restricted free agency offer, and Phoenix ended up matching. I didn't think he wanted Phoenix to match it. I think he wanted to go to Indiana. Phoenix just ended up matching it. It shows them how much they actually wanted him a part of the team. DeAndre, I don't know if DeAndre A wanted to be a part of them. I don't think DeAndre A wanted to be a part of the organization. I think he wanted a fresh start. Phoenix ended up matching it, and that shows that they wanted him back and they believed in him, that they wanted him back. He did not want to be back with them. I believe DeAndre A wanted to leave, but Phoenix chose otherwise. We're not letting him go. We're going to keep him here. So I don't think he does leave.
But, they got 2 more games to win. Aiden does definitely need to step up. Maybe he gets some type of confidence boost or something. Clicks. Okay, maybe I do need to help out my teammates. All right. We got another game 5. That's who win this game tonight?
Who win this game tonight? Denver. I got Denver winning the game. I got Denver winning the game tonight. If Denver don't win, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all clip me when I say it. Y'all clip me when I say this. And just in case it happened, y'all make sure y'all screen record. Clip me if I said it. If Phoenix win this game tonight, the series will not go back to Denver for game 7. Denver will lose it in 6. But I got Denver winning tonight. All
right. Let's go on to another game 5 situation. Game 2 was lit. We seen James Harden arose from the dead again. I told y'all I put an APP out on him. We found him, y'all. We had to put a bolo out for him, and we found him. He came to play. Game 2 tied up the series. We're back in Boston tonight. This is a pivotal game 5 here. Whoever I think, in my opinion, whoever wins this game is going to win the series. I still got Boston in 6. Sixers fan, don't get me. I'm just being realistic here. But who is the series riding on more? Is it Joel or is it Tatum?
I would say both. I would say it's evenly matched. But more so Joel. I don't think Joel has a lot of time in Philadelphia to be losing games in the second round, But I will say both. Tatum needs to prove that he's an elite superstar in this league. That he needs to prove that. And also Joel Embiid, he's an MVP, but MVP, if you're not, you can be an MVP all day, but if it's not resulting in getting up out of the second round or winning championships, then that won't matter. So I think one on the Sixers side, Joel Embiid, because again, second round issues, and again, hey, you want to get out of the second round. You want to at least get to the conference finals. Again, you got James Harden who can be a free agency this year. You got James Harden who can come up on free agent. So this team may be different. They're gonna figure out what they're gonna do with Tobias Harris in this offseason, which I think that need to be a breakup immediately right there. So other than that, I think it's on both. I'm gonna say even. I think it's both. I think it's both ways. But if you want to say more pressure may be on Joel Embiid than Tatum, but I think it's still pressure on Tatum, so I'll go with both.
I definitely can see your argument there going both, knowing that Jason Tatum was just in the finals last season, didn't play all that great performance. He didn't show up in the fourth quarter in the finals at all. He's on a redemption tour trying to get back, but he's still not coming up in clutch moments as well. He started off 0-8 in the series, but the last game, but he did come back in the second half to get that lead down. But in my opinion, I just feel like it's more on Joel, knowing he's been through the process years trying to get here and only stopping at the second round. Again, we haven't been to the finals since AI, and we the Lakers beat us. It's the only time we've been to the Eastern Conference Finals was back in 2001. The most pressure is on Joel Embiid right now, in my opinion, because he has to get us over the hump. But again, he never had a co-star. Kobe had Shaq. Jordan had Pippen. LeBron had Kyrie. He doesn't have a co-host. You got James Harden, yeah, but which James Harden is going to show up tonight? So, and then Harden, everybody's saying, he disappears in the playoffs. So maybe Harden got a chip on the shoulder. Harden don't have to give me 40 points every night. Harden can give me 20, 25 points, 20 and 10. He can even give me a triple-double, but I need Joel Embiid to be his dominant self, like PJ Tucker said. I played against you. I know you are unstoppable when you're at your game. So I need Joel to be his dominant self. We all know he's going through that knee injury, but he's still playing like the MVP self. Tobias Harris, nowhere to be found. But you know what? He's playing good defense on Tatum. So that's one thing Tobias Harris does do well is play defense. But again, we're going to need Tobias Harris to step up. When Maxi's not hitting shots, Tobias Harris got to find those shots. Maybe DeAnthony Melton to get hot. You've seen him get hot before. He can get hot. Niang can get hot. Doc is only using eight rotation man right now. He might throw in Jalen McDaniels here and there, but you're not going to see Shake Milton. You're not going to see Montrezl Harrell. You're not going to see these guys. It's going to be Niang. It's going to be McDaniels sometimes. It's going to be Milton. That's who we're going to swap out with. So in my opinion, if something goes wrong and we can't find that shooter, you got to go to Shake Milton. He's another guy that can handle the ball. He can give you points and flashes. When he gets hot, he can drop the points too. But who wins this game tonight?
I'm gonna go Boston. I'm gonna go Boston win this game. Boston win this game. I think they win at least close game, but I still got the series going 7. Either way around, I got the series going 7. I'm gonna go Boston win this game tonight.
Oh, as much as I want to go against my gut, because they say your gut feeling is always usually right, I'm going to say Philly steals one again in Boston to try to take it back home and close it out. But the Sixers have to find a way to close out quarters. They got to get hot like they did in Game 4. If they have a lead, keep the damn lead. Keep the foot on the neck. Paul Reed has to come in and give Joel a little bit of breather on the bench. If he can contribute well, maybe get a couple of points. Doc might keep him in a little bit longer. Get some offensive rebounds, maybe a putback layup, get some offensive boards, kick it back out, something to keep Joel Embiid on the bench a little bit longer, maybe 5 or 6 minutes longer. So the fourth quarter comes, Joel is not gassed. So I'm going to say the Sixers win tonight in a close one, but if they're up, I need them to keep this lead because you see how Boston came back and we almost lost Game 4. I'm going to say Philly wins it here. Donte says Boston wins. This should be a good game again. I think whoever wins this game might control and win the series. This game right here, this series. Whoever wins this are they the finals representative for the Eastern Conference?
If Boston wins this series, I think Boston will represent the finals. I got to see who the Sixers will play out of Miami because I think Miami gives a problem. I think Miami gives a problem to the Sixers, present a problem. I think Boston
can't beat them either.
I think Boston will on the verge of beating the Heat, but it will be tough. So it just depends. If Boston wins the series, I will have to take Boston to win the finals because I think Boston is more built to beat the Miami Heat than the Sixers is more built to beat them.
I mean, the Sixers beat the Miami Heat in the regular season. Right. It's regular season. Not saying that we can't beat Miami. It's just they're a harder matchup. But you never know what could happen. But I got Philly taking game 5 here. What's the future looking like for Giannis right now? He gets knocked out in the first round. Third place runner-up for MVP. He was putting up numbers. What's going to happen to Giannis? Could he stay in Milwaukee? Will he think about being on the move? What's happening to Giannis in his future? What do you think is going to happen? What do you see?
It depends on what coach that they hire. It just really depends on the coach they hire, actually. I think he stays in Milwaukee for about a couple of more years, and then I think he will consider leaving Milwaukee if there's no progress of getting back to the NBA Finals. So it depends on what type of coach they end up hiring. Dwayne Casey can be fine, can be solid. He can be a solid coach for the Milwaukee Bucks. You got Frank Vogel, who's a defensive guru. He's still out there. Nick Nurse, you got Nick Nurse out there. So I think one of those guys are going to take the Celtics job, and somebody's going to take the Toronto job. So I will say, I will predict. It's not like it's not Jeff who I want to be the Milwaukee coach, because I don't give a damn about Milwaukee. I give a damn about the Rockets. So, but I can predict who Milwaukee will get. I'm not gonna say who I want them to take, because I'm not a Milwaukee Buck fan. I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan of the Rockets. But I'm gonna predict. So I'm gonna predict Frank Vogel will be the head coach of the Toronto Raptors, and I will say Nick Nurse will be the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna go Nick Nurse is the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, and Frank Vogel be the head coach for the Raptors.
Now, mind you, all these coaches who got canned have won the championship.
Yep.
Vogel won it in the bubble with the Lakers. I believe he got fired because of the whole Russell Westbrook thing. Nick Nurse won it with Toronto and Kawhi, and then of course Bud he wins it with Giannis in Milwaukee.
So y'all remember very interesting. Y'all remember this? I said this. Y'all remember, because Key always get my clips too when I say so. Key always find a way to have my clip when I say this, and when I write. We always have our clips together. So y'all remember what I said. That's just a prediction. That don't mean it's gonna be true. It's just a prediction, actually.
But I did. Kevin Ollie possibly could be going to Detroit too.
Yep, Kevin Ollie can possibly go to Detroit.
But before we get into these defensive player off team 1 and 2, Coach, who is on your list? And while you do your list, I'm gonna run and get my charger real quick. But Coach, who's number 1 on your list today?
Oh my God, man, y'all, this list is crazy, man. So number 5, man, it's kind of tough for number 5. So those of y'all in the chat who's listening, number 5 is Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, in the first half was putrid in the first half. In the game number 4 over 1-point loss to the 76ers. Jason Tatum, 24 points, 6 assists, 18 rebounds for Jason Tatum. He was very great in the second half. He dominated the game defensively, and he was a real good playmaker. And Jason Tatum had by how many? I think I should have put the blocks on there. He had about a good 3 or 4 blocks that the other day. So he was very dominant on the glass and on the defensive side of the ball. Jason Tatum comes number 5, 24 points, 6 assists, and 18 rebounds for Jason Tatum for JT. Number 4, we got Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is at number 4, 36 points, 6 assists, 11 rebounds for Kevin Durant. Was very good in game 4. Very good in game 4, helping Phoenix get the win. And in game 3, he didn't shoot efficient in game 3, but he got to the free throw line a lot in game 3. Number 3, we got Devin Booker, aka Book. Same points, 36, 12 assists, and 6 rebounds for Devin Booker. He's been an absolute demon. He's making every shot on the court. He's shooting 60% from the field, 50% from 3-point line. Just crazy numbers, just gaudy numbers in that 2-game homestand. Number 2, we got James Harden. James Harden showed up again as he did in game 1. 42 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, including the game-winning 3, which was a terrible mistake by Jason Tatum. You don't never help out on a short corner 3, especially in the corner. You don't. That's in the game. That's the shortest shot on the court. It's a corner pop 3. You don't never want to leave that wide open. But hey, other than that, James Harden burnt them 4. And plus, James Harden, that was a terrible mistake because James Harden was hot. He was on all day long. So you should know you can't leave James Harden. You should know he was on all day long for you to leave him. But I understand it's Joel Embiid. But in that situation, if you go to overtime too, you never know. You might wear down Joel Embiid because Joel Embiid he's not in the best of shape. And as a player, you do got to know that. You do got to know that he's coming off injury. As a player, you do got to know that. So other than that, number 1, Nikola Jokic. So next year, I'm gonna start writing down the players that made the list. So I can see if it's their first time or their 18th time on. Sometimes I don't put the player on the list because the player can be on the list every weekend. Like Caitlin Clark next year, she can be on the list every week, every single week. She'll lead the whole Coach Donte list and being on the list. She can do it every week, but sometimes I literally avoid putting her on the list because you know what type of game she's gonna have. So I just find somebody else. But Nikola Jokic, 53 points, 11 assists, and 4 rebounds. Didn't have the 4 rebound, didn't have the big rebounding numbers, but the points he had to do so much. He had to do so much on the offensive side of the ball, and plus the ball was coming out of the net a lot. He didn't get that many rebounds. Phoenix was shooting the ball in the basket a lot. So that's the coaches list. Nikola Jokic is the number 1 spot on this week coaches list.
Oh, the Joker back on the coaches list. Who will be on here next week? Lord have mercy, we don't know. But before we get into that, we do have the all rookie list, which wasn't bad. I don't have any complaints on that list there. First team, of course, we have Pablo Banchero. He is your rookie of the year. Walker Kessler, Jalen Williams. That's the guard. Yeah, that's the guard from Santa Clara because it's 2 Jalen Williams on OKC. Keegan Murray and Benedict Mathurin. I have no problems with the first team. They all played lights out. Second team, we got Jalen Durham, Tyree Eason, Jaden Ivey, Jabari Smith Jr., and Jeremy Sochan. No complaints on that list, right?
We talked about it this morning. No complaints at all on that list. Love the list. Everybody deserves to be in that same spot.
All right. So today the defensive team list did come out. So we got the 2022-23 All NBA defense first team. You got Alex Caruso.
Okay.
Got Drew Holiday. Jaren Jackson Jr., your reigning defensive player of the year. Brook Lopez and Evan Mobley.
Okay.
What about that list?
I got no problem with the list. Got no problem with the list at all. You can make a case for Giannis being on the list. You can make a case for Joel Embiid being kind of on the list as well. But I got no problem with that. I ain't gonna cry about the list. It's pretty solid. It's solid.
All right. So that was your All NBA defense first team. Now the second team, we got Siakam. You got OG. I'm sorry, not Siakam. Okay. You got Bam, OG, Dylan Brooks, Draymond Green, and Derek White.
I like it. Derek White is a hell of a defender. Draymond Green gonna be on the list, gonna be on all defensive team every single season the way he plays defense. I like it.
That's not a bad second team. Of course, Draymond Green's always going to be on somebody's defensive something. Bam Adebayo, I agree with that. Dylan Brooks, like I said, y'all might can hate Dylan Brooks and the villain, but he can play defense. Defensively, hopefully he gets back on somebody's team. The Knicks, not the Knicks. The Heat could be the front runner of that team. But coach, we're gonna switch things over to the NFL. Thursday night, the schedule will be leaked. Will be out. All your primetime games and everything. So make sure y'all stay tuned to the NFL release. I believe that's either at 7 or 8 o'clock. But one of them. But which rookie class will make the biggest impact this season? Is it the Texans? Is it Chicago? Eagles? Which rookie class will make a big splash?
I'm going to say the Philadelphia Eagles. Rookie class will make a big splash this year. I think Nolan Smith is going to make a difference. He can also play on the outside linebacker position. You got Jalen Carter is going to make a difference as well. I think the Eagles got a lot of good pieces on the defensive side of the ball. That's going to definitely help them. And Ojomo is a good one too, man. Ojomo is a really good one too. The 7th round pick out of my UT Longhorns right there. So other than that, I think the Eagles class is going to come out. It's going to kind of break out.
For me, I'm on the fence. Of course, I'm not going to be a homer and pick my own team. I want to say the Lions. I actually got toss up between the Lions and Seattle. Seattle, I think, is going to have a great rookie class. Got Witherspoon. They did get Charbonnet with the team up with Walker. So Seattle did a heck of a job with their drafting. Then also you got the Lions, getting who they got. Jack Campbell. They get Hendon Hooker, who's gonna sit out this year, but it's okay because by the time he gets put in, he said he want to be that sponge. He want to soak up as much as he can. They went out and got a tight end as well. I forget which tight end they got, but the Lions in Seattle definitely is going to make some noise. And the punt guy, he has been cleared, which I knew because when that story broke, it just didn't make no sense to me with how everything went down. And he was cleared of all charges. Prosecutor said Matt Ariza was not present when the alleged gang rape of a minor occurred on October year of 2021 party, according to witnesses' testimony that prompted the San Diego DA to not press criminal charges against the former Bills punter. Now, if you're the Bills, do you not say you regret releasing them, but in that situation, do you wait until things come up before you decide this man's future and job? He still could have had a job right now.
Yep, I think you wait to see till you know what type of information that goes on. Like I say, I know, I understand they don't want someone on the team that thought that's been involved in the stuff. I understand that, but at the same time, you do want to wait till the coast is kind of clear, just to see if the man is going to get indicted or not. But in this case, the man lost his job. The man possibly knew that he wasn't a part of it. But other than that, man, I think he's going to find another job somewhere else.
Somebody in the NFL hopefully can bring him in. I wanted Howie Roseman to go get him because, Sippers is, effing up on things. I would not. He was the greatest punter in college history with the San Diego State. So why not have? I get it. Rape minors. You don't want that in your locker room. But you gotta. If he innocent to proven guilty. And you gotta let the courts do their job and see, okay, was you telling the truth? Was you? Now I know the Bills is probably saying, dang, maybe you let him go too soon. But as soon as that case broke, I knew instantly. I was like, it don't add up. You wait 2 years. You wait for this man to get in the NFL to say, oh, he did something to me. No, I don't want to hear that. Y'all was out to get him for some money. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't. So I'm glad that he's found it not guilty. Hopefully he makes his way back into the NFL because that was just shady of what they did to him. So exactly, Shadow, innocent to proven guilty. Like, I'm gonna fight for myself until I'm blue in the face. If I know something I clearly did not do it, prove it. Where was I? Where's your evidence? Who was I with? If I give you an alibi saying I'm not here when this so-called gang rape went, what proof do you have? And if I'm the Bills and you're my pick, I'm going to ride for my teammate. I'm going to ride for my player. Like, I'm not going to throw you under the bus and say, all right, well, you ain't going to handle job now because you allegedly did something. I need to see my proof first before. Now, if it came out he was guilty, okay, all right, Matt, you was found guilty. We can't work this out. You're not a part of this organization. We don't condone what you did. That's different. But you just kicked this man out soon as the alleged thing came out. Y'all booted him. Y'all didn't even fight for him. So I hope he goes to another team and sticks it to the Bills. I hope he coffin punts all the punts to the 1 yard line and they can't do nothing. So it's just sad what happened with Matt Ariza. So hopefully he bounces back and somebody picks him up. Maybe Howie can still call him because I'll gladly bring him in, or anybody who needs a punter. Hopefully will look his way. A little bit of baseball. Again, we're not going to keep y'all too long. Shohei Ohtani. We all know the talent that Shohei Ohtani is. He can play DH and he can pitch. Is his ERA still like 0.68? It didn't even hit 1 yet, did it?
Nope.
That's a damn shame. But you know his contract's coming up soon with the Angels. Could it possibly we see the first ever $600 million contract? Could Ohtani possibly get that?
Yes, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. That's how desperate the Angels are gonna be to keep him. He's gonna get. Yes, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see Ohtani break the bank right here. We're gonna see it. Trust me, we're gonna see it.
They actually did a breakdown if that actually is going to happen, and the numbers was ridiculous. So less than 500 million, he would get 4 years, 240, 8 years, 400 mil, 8 years, 420, 9 years, 427, 13, 475, and then you can do 12, 490, 492. That's less than 500 million. Now you get 500 million, 540, 45. That you all looking at 10 years plus deals, which is crazy. 550 mil or more, 10 years. He possibly can get 10 years for 550. 12 years would get you 600. 11 years would get you 605. Yo, he's worth every dime, every penny. I'm breaking the bank for this dude. You know, baseball don't have no cap. He can get all the endorsements. He can get everything. He's an international guy. If you're going to ride with somebody like Ohtani, because you never seen a two-way, you're never going to see this talent like a two-way player ever again in MLB history. He can pitch and then he can hit as well. If the Angels can't do it, who would break the bank for Shohei Ohtani?
Who will break the bank? I would say the Yankees will break the bank for him. I think the Yankees will break the bank. But other than that, the Dodgers is a big market. They could actually do it. The Mets could actually do it. Those are the teams right there that can actually break the market for Shohei Ohtani.
But I don't know if he will stay with the Angels. You would want to see a talent like Ohtani play for something. Even though the Angels aren't playing that bad right now, but who's to say they're going to be in a playoff and it's all said and done? 600 million. Whew, that's a lot of money. And that team would not be able to do anything. You can forget about trying to bring in some talent to help if that situation comes up, but then you have a talent like Ohtani to keep going like that. That's just crazy. 600 million. He would be the first. But do you think other teams would be like, or other players would be like, well, I want an Ohtani guy, but you ain't nowhere near in the talent as him. So do that put a dilemma for other players if Shohei gets 600 million?
I don't think other players is worth that much money that he's got, that he can get. For him to be able to pitch and hit that good and be an MVP, hey, and that shows you again how much the Angels want to keep him. That shows you how much the Angels want to keep him.
Mo said he'll sign up for $2 million and a copy of Madden 24. I hear that. Facts. But man, I just you're never going to see this type of talent from Ohtani. Matter of fact, I need to see his ERA right now because it's ridiculous. I know it is. I know it is. It has to be. Because the last time I checked his ERA, it was 0.68. He wasn't even at under 1 as the ERA. All right, so his ERA right now is and the crazy part, his average is 301.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's nice. That's solid.
As a pitch, I know. I'm just saying, as a pitch.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good ERA. 301. That's a good ERA.
Oh, he's okay. He's at two. He's at 2.54 at the ERA,
Yeah,
but still,
that's a good ERA. Even 301.
I already know that's a good average. That's a damn good ERA.
For his standard, that may need to be lower, but it's actually, if you go a whole regular season, like 162 games, ERA of 3 is pretty good. ERA is 3 is pretty solid, but for his standard, it's not. For his standard,
he's 4-0 in his starts, 2.54 ERA, 59 K so far. And he's hitting pretty well as well. How many homers he has? He is at 11 RBIs. He's stolen some base. He hasn't stolen any bases. He got 4 home runs. 4 home runs right now. So he is a great talent to have on anybody to have on your team. He can pitch and he can hit. That's like your ultimate player. All right. So right now, who is your best player in the NL right now?
Who is my best player in the NL right now? My best player in the NL right now, man. I mean, damn, man. It is hard. It is hard to kind of judge that. It is hard to kind of judge that. Who's the best player in the NL? You got Bryce Harper coming back. He just hit a home run this coming weekend against the Red Sox. It's kind of hard to tell the best player, but again, it's been all over the place. So again, you got Sean Murphy. You got Sean Murphy, the catcher, has been really hot. He has been actually hot. So I'm gonna go with Ronald Acuna Jr. I'm gonna go with Ronald Acuna Jr. right now as the best player in the NL for the Braves.
Can't go wrong with that. What about the AL?
The AL, the best player to me in the AL, the best player to me in the AL. I'm gonna like I say, I'm gonna go by default. I'm gonna go with Mike Trout. I think Mike Trout to me is the overall best player in baseball. I think he's the overall best player in baseball. Mike Trout's been like that since he got into the league. Overall best player in baseball. Now Ohtani got him on pitching. Ohtani, people will say Ohtani because he pitches too and he hits, but I think far as best player, I think it's Mike Trout. So I'm gonna keep the standard with Mike Trout going. When he's healthy, he's a beast. He can get you about 30 to 40, 38 to 40 home runs and over 100 RBIs. But the problem is he's never healthy. So I'm gonna go with Mike Trout. He's the best player in the AL.
Right now, who's leading the league in batting average is Luis Arias from the Marlins. 414 he's hitting right now. He only got 1 home run, but he got 12 RBIs. But he's hitting pretty well. Max Muncy is leading the NL in home runs with 12. Muncy, he's also leading in RBIs. But then you head over to the AL. You got Chapman is leading when it comes to batting average. And Rafael Devers, he's leading in the home run with 11. And then Garcia has 36 RBIs. What about on the pitching side? In the AL, I'm going to say Ohtani. I mean, I don't see anybody who's can come close to the pitching that Ohtani has done. Do you think there's anybody better than him on the AL side?
The only thing that White Sox got good is Dylan Cease. I'm gonna go with Dylan Cease.
How about in the NL side?
NL side for pitching, it's more harder. I'm gonna go with Zach Gallen. I'm gonna go with Zach Gallen from Arizona.
There is somebody with a better ERA than Shohei Ohtani, and that's Gray from Minnesota. He's at 1.35. For the American League. And the National League, we got Josh Hader with 11 saves. We got Steele from the Cubs, 145 is his ERA. So a lot more, still a lot of baseball left. It's only May. We still got Tampa Bay on top, 29-7. Minnesota still holding on to that division right now, 19-16. The Rangers, 21-13. Still got Atlanta, 24-11. Again, the AL East is up for grabs for the next spot. The Mets, the Marlins, and the Phillies, both are like a game behind each other. I know the Mets is happy they got Scherzer and Verlander back. Pittsburgh, 21-15. They're still leading the Central. Got the Dodgers out there leading the West. Do you say Tampa Bay right now overall is the best team right now in baseball?
As of right now, yes, they're the best team overall in baseball. Yes.
All right, so there is your MLB. Again, nothing too crazy going on. Bryce Harper did come back. He's hit a home run already. The Braves, Ozuna, he pleads a no contest to his DUI. Let's see, anything else is going on? Oh, Max Fried, he's on the IL. His forearm, that's another pitcher that can't stay healthy for the Braves. Yeah, nothing else, nothing really going on. But we're gonna talk about the NCAA. Oh no, women's basketball. I mean, we're gonna talk about the WNBA for a little bit. Leah Boston, she signs her first deal with Adidas, so she gets a shoe deal with Adidas. So I'm sure you're gonna see some of Leah Boston shoes coming out pretty soon here. Preseason. Again, now that the preseason games aren't televised, but I can only go off what I see video-wise. Out of the WNBA, from what you see these preseason games, what do you think about your rookies? You got Diamond Miller, who was shooting pretty well. Your wings with Maddie Siegrist, what she was doing. Leah Boston, the time that she got. How do you think these girls looking like?
I think these girls are looking good. I hate that I can't now watch them on the WNBA app. They won't program the games or nothing like that just because it's NBA. I feel like you got to own app of your own, so you got to program these games, man. You got to get these games out here. But I guess they're going to wait till the actual season starts just to put these games out. But other than that, man, Jordan Horston looked okay last night. Looked okay, pretty good last night. In her 5 minutes that she got from Seattle. I like Maddie Siegrist. She didn't play a lot. She didn't play a lot in the opening game. Pretty much, she didn't play a lot, but she's gonna get some playing time. Pretty much. Like I say, Leah Boston. Again, she's gonna be very good. She's gonna be a double machine. Leah Boston 8 points in 16 minutes. For Aaliyah Boston as well. So I'll say Bree Beal is gonna looking pretty good. Diamond Miller looked dominant in her first start. She looked pretty solid in her first start, double-digit points. So hey man, these rookies look nice. These rookies look pretty good.
Some cuts are coming and some cuts have already happened. LaDasia Williams, the Fever waived her.
Oh, they cut her?
They cut her. So I don't know if another team's going to try to pick her up, but with all these talented women, all these talented girls out there, do you think the WNBA should expand and get more teams because of the cuts? At least maybe two or three teams. Think maybe possibly they can get. Maybe I even take two. Some of these girls who go out here and try out for these teams don't make it. At least they can go to another team.
Yeah, I will try to get 2 or 3 teams back in the league, man. I will try to get 2 or 3 teams in the league if I could, if they could. But like I say, we'll see. I think LaDasia Williams is going to end up on the team before the season start. But I say, man, I like LaDasia Williams. So I guess she one of the ones that didn't make it. It's going to be interesting. So I think the roster got to be down to 12, I believe. People got 16 on their roster. I think it got to be down to 12 before May 19th. What is it? What's the deadline? About May 19th?
I don't know. It might be
over 12. Yep.
Trying to see. So, okay. So the Fever wave, LaDasia Williams. The Aces waived Aisha Shepard, Courtney Range, and Brittany Davis. So they're starting their cuts. The Mercury, so the Mercury claimed Davina Westbrook off of waivers for the Mercury. So don't see any more cuts or anything. Tarazi played last night, only got 10 points. Sutton had 11. Of course, we're not going to see Brittany Griner until the season starts. And a new lineup for Seattle without Sue Bird, Yvonne Turner, Drew Lloyd, Kia Nurse, Ezra Maybunger, and Mercedes Russell. That's your new starting lineup for the Storm. And I'm trying to see any more. I don't see any more cuts that happened. But next week the season starts. Next Friday, I think.
Okay.
That's when it all goes down. And of course, myself and Coach Donte will be doing some type of WNBA games.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing some type of WNBA games. I know playoffs maybe still be going, NBA playoffs, Western Conference, Eastern Conference Final maybe still be going. But if the games come on earlier during the day, I'm going to try to get those games in. 27th
season of the WNBA starts the May 19th. That's when everything will all go down. And I'm trying to see if there is any more WNBA news before we move on to college. I just hope and pray my Sparks do better than they did last year. That's all I'm hoping for. LA, please. That's all I'm asking you for. Yes. I don't know. We don't know if James Harden's going to show up. All right. So on the NCAA side, we're doing women, the girls, and the guys put together. Bronny James has committed to USC. What do you think about that, Coach?
Want to stay in LA. I think that's a good way to. I think that's a good city to go to be looked at. And hey, he loved the LA spotlight with him, his father, and he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine in UCLA and Southern LA. So, congratulations to Bronny for being a USC Trojan.
Definitely, and somebody on the girl side too went to the Trojans too. I forget her name, went to the Trojans as well. So, looking out for USC basketball for the women's side. Now, Melrose, Ashana Morrow from DePaul is going to LSU. so you're going to have Melrose, you're going to have Haley Van Lith, Angel Reese, Katari Poole, and Flazé Johnson on this team. Again, like you said, you might as well crown them. I see LSU possibly going back. South Carolina picks up another tall person, Walker. She was a JUCO player, but she's 6'5". Her and Cadurso. Who's going to stop them rebounding? So she's 6'5". She's 6'5", and then you got 6'7", Camilla Cadurso, who's probably going to start this year. South Carolina going to be okay. Dawn Staley, she's going to find her players. So she's going to train them, teach them up. They are physical for a reason. They get mad because they girls playing like men. So what? Basketball's supposed to be physical. You got to get the rebounds. You can't play basketball and be soft.
Nope, you cannot at all. LSU may be the best team this year, man. They are the best team. They are the best roster on talent on paper, they have the best roster on paper. Golly, they get Van Lith, then they get Morrow coming from DePaul. Damn, that's crazy.
Tennessee gets Joel Spear, so it's another piece to help on that Lady Vols college team. I'm excited for college basketball on the girls' side just to see what's going to happen. Everybody going to keep their eyes on Caitlin Clark. That's her last season. So WNBA, whoever the poopiest team is, y'all getting Caitlin Clark. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You already know where she's going. So whoever
can Dallas win? Can you suck for a moment for just this year? So Caitlin Clark can be on our team. I'm just
you want to tank for Caitlin? Lord have mercy. You want the Dallas Wings to tank? No, you don't want to tank. You don't want to tank. I can't read my own dang on handwriting. All right, I think that was really it. When it comes to, I don't want to get into the power rankings right now. We'll save that for the show on Sunday. Queens of the Court. We'll talk more WNBA over there. Go and get into some more scores, stats, what's going on in the preseason. I'm ready for football. The schedule's coming out. Already seen this. Hopefully, could be a sneak peek of things. Definitely know week 1 is definitely going to be the Bengals and Chiefs, which is going to be crazy. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that at all. But that's a way to get that started. I'm ready to see some OTAs, the rookie, the training camps, because the rookies are already there now. Yeah. I'm ready to see some pads getting put on. Hopefully, I don't see too many injuries. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt. They're able to play. So I'm excited. What? Yeah. Sorry, damn cat being retarded, beating up the other cat for no reason. Dang on cats. Anything you got to say before we roll out of here, Coach?
Hey man, I'm excited. I'm excited for Game 5. Both Game 5s tonight. I probably only do one game because I got the Sixers game because I got the Rockets podcast tonight. So other than that, man, shout out to everybody, man. We on our way to 100, man, to 100 shows, man. So we moving on up there.
Yes, sir. And again, make sure if y'all have not yet subscribed, the links are in the description as well. We was on the Sports Empire Network side as well. So again, make sure you subscribe over there if you have not. Follow us all on Spotify, 7200 Second Podcast, always on Spotify. So again, you can listen to us in the car, when you're working out in the gym, anywhere you can listen. Also Amazon Music, tell Alexa 7200 Second Podcast show pop up. So again, as well, Sports Empire Network, they're on Spotify as well. So if you want to listen to all those great shows over there, Coach Donte in the morning for the morning show, you get to hear all his good stuff over there with Mo. So make sure y'all tune in. And again, we'll be back here next week to break down some things. Go Sixers. Hopefully please don't give me another heart attack. I can't, my heart cannot take it. I'm still recuperating. But hopefully it's a clean game. Make sure y'all come on back. Coach Donte will be calling that game as well. And again, we appreciate y'all listening to chat. Again, down to ECG, down to Benny. Appreciate you coming in. Shadow Gaming. Mo, Stop Den, Sygen, Old Man. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back. Same time, same channel, same place. And again, don't do nothing dumb. But if you are, make sure you do it safely. We're going to get on out of here, y'all. We'll see y'all in another live stream next week. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch.